Hey guys, what's up? So, it's already been like a week since I last vlogged, I think. I don't know, I didn't actually keep track this time, but, yeah, since I last vlogged, though, a bunch of things have happened. More recently, today, we got photos of the new Avengers Age of Ultron sets, which I am super stoked for. And now that we've seen these photos, I know exactly what I'm going to be doing for the showcase video that you guys know is inevitable. And yeah, so that's good. And also, mid-season finales have happened for The Flash and Arrow and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., all of which have been super amazing. I'll try not to spoil any of them, but just in case, I guess mild spoiler warning in case I do end up getting into those things. But yeah, so the Avengers Age of Ultron sets, the actual photos came out today, and this is actually from a European catalog. This is not, you know, like actual box art or anything like that, nothing even HD, but it is still fairly good quality, and it shows us a lot of what we're going to be getting in these sets, and we can see a lot in terms of the minifigures, and the sets themselves obviously look really nice, but I mean, it's the minifigures that I was really focusing on, because you guys know that I'm going to be making my own upgraded Avengers Age of Ultron minifigures that I do plan on showcasing in May, or actually I guess you could say April 31st, just before the actual film releases, but I pretty much know everything that I'm going to be doing now. I know exactly what I'm going to have to do for the Hulkbuster. I know exactly what I'm doing for... I know that I'm going to be doing Iron Man and Captain America first. So I'm probably going to be starting on them relatively soon now. So I know, because I know exactly what to do for them and how to upgrade them. And so basically what I like, for example, Captain America, obviously I don't have his printed torso right now, but I can paint his arms, I can paint his legs, and I can make his head all right now. So you know, things like that, I'm going to pretty much do whatever I can, whatever I think I can, until I can, you know, actually get the sets, and then once I get the sets, basically go from there and do my very best to make one hell of a showcase for the celebration of the Avengers freaking 2. I cannot even believe that I'm saying that already. I mean, I guess it's because it's only been a 2-year gap since the last Avengers film, since the first Avengers film, when, like, for example, it's not going to be, like, for another 4 years that we actually see the Avengers Infinity War Part 1. So, I guess maybe then it'll actually feel like it would have been a while since the last Avengers movie when that one comes out, way off in the future, but I mean, as it stands right now, I don't know how the Avengers 2 is only 5 months away. I'm gonna freaking die, but, yeah, before I do, I want to make these figures and get them finished and painted and upgraded and all that good raw stuff. So I'm looking forward to all of this. And these sets, I mean, they did a lot with these sets. I mean, they fixed the Hulk #1 and they fixed Black Widow. Black Widow finally has an accurate hairpiece, and so I'm really excited for that, and her face doesn't make her look like an old lady. And the Hulk is finally fixed as well. He's in an olive green color, which is much more accurate, and the hairpiece is just way better. I mean, like, miles better. I love the hair. I mean, the original Hulk that we got, which had like a lime green skin color, and like more, the hair was more based off the comic books than the actual film. So this Hulk is freaking fantastic, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it, work on it and everything. Quicksilver is slightly underwhelming. It's just literally a new printed torso and printed head. I kind of really wish that we would have gotten the Luke Skywalker hairpiece molded in white for Quicksilver, but instead we just got this standard hairpiece. You guys have all seen that before, and so I mean, that it's okay, it works. It's just I personally would have preferred the Luke Skywalker hairpiece in white, which is one of the many things I plan on doing in terms of upgrading these minifigures. In Ultron, or Ultron Prime, I should say, we've got a lot of Ultrons in these sets. I mean, we've got Ultron Prime, we've got Ultimate Ultron, and we've got the Ultron that we saw in the beginning of the teaser trailer, which, you know, tangled in strings, you know, when he first shows up in the Avengers Tower in his first form. So we got that figure too, which actually, unfortunately, doesn't actually have a new mold, which is okay. But I'm going to be talking about all of this in the actual analysis video, because I will be doing an analysis video, guys. Don't know when it's going to come out. Hopefully before the end of the week, but if not, I don't know if not what. But you'll see it, that's for sure. I'm going to get started on that. I'm actually going to get started on it tonight as soon as I finish recording this vlog. And so I've got a lot that I'm already doing at 2:15 in the morning. And so I'm really looking forward to the Avengers 2 sets, guys. Age of Ultron, it's already happening, and I cannot wait, like I said, to get these sets and work on the minifigures to celebrate the release of the film. So yeah, that stuff. And then we've got the mid-season finales for this guy and for these guys, and so I guess I don't want to spoil anything, so that you guys who haven't seen the actual mid-season finales can actually watch the rest of this vlog. But I'm definitely gonna say that out of all the mid-season finales, even including Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which had some major setting up to do for the actual Marvel Cinematic Universe as a whole. If you guys saw the mid-season finale for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they literally just introduced what will be a huge part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe in many years from now. In the TV show, they just introduced something that's going to be huge in the MCU on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I was kind of surprised that they actually have gone this far in just the first half of Season 2. It's been quite an improvement for the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It has become exactly what I hoped it would be when it first started airing. That's why I never stopped watching it, because I knew it would reach this level of awesomeness, which it has. I can't words. But yeah, so what I really did love, though, about the Flash mid-season finale, no spoilers once again, the reveal at the end. I mean, we all knew it was coming. We all knew who that was going to be. But I mean, when it actually happened, I was just flipping shit. I was just so excited to actually finally see it 9 episodes in. I was waiting to see that moment where we saw that character was actually that character, and that potentially that there's actually another of that character, and it's I guess I should say Reverse Flash. Just that's not really a spoiler, but we find out who. I'm trying to avoid spoilers as I gave you that mild spoiler warning in the beginning. But Reverse Flash, so excited! Gonna make my own version very soon. Don't know how I'm gonna be making him. I haven't actually started to come up with concepts for how I'm gonna be making Reverse Flash yet, but I do want to make the minifigure absolutely. That's probably gonna be one of my first minifigures of 2015 that you will see on my channel is Reverse Flash. So looking forward to making him eventually. I just hopefully I'll make him sooner rather than later, but as it stands right now, as you guys remember, these lightning bolts are not easy to make, and doing them again I'm not exactly thrilled to do, but Reverse Flash is too awesome of a character for me not to make, so I'm definitely looking forward to doing that. And absolutely loved characters like you know, Fire Blank, who was in the series, you know, the mid-season finale, and he actually kicked some ass, which I wasn't expecting. But overall, this series, only 9 episodes in, has been freaking phenomenal. I've absolutely loved it so far. But yeah, before we actually continue and I talk about the Arrow mid-season finale, I should mention that I am working on some minifigure scale customs. As a matter of fact, I'm actually starting on another one here, because as you guys might have seen on my Instagram, which is now a thing, which you can follow, I did get some minifig scale heads in. I got like 10 of them from a German seller, and made sure to grab those as soon as I saw them pop up on Bricklink. But I have been working on some minifig scale heads, and the first ones, these are kind of like test runs, sort of, with the minifigure scale customs, because obviously I'm going to be making a lot of these in the foreseeable future, so I wanted to sort of do a test run starting out with my 2 favorite Minecraft YouTubers, and those YouTubers obviously being Captain Sparkles, and so he will be one of the first minifig scale customs that you guys see on my channel. His head is fully painted and completely finished. However, Sky Does Minecraft, his head is not finished, as I still have to do this side. It's completely unfinished on that side, but the rest of it is pretty much done and ready to go, and you will see him alongside Captain Sparkles in their own showcase video, and who knows, maybe I'll end up making a 3rd YouTuber to go on that showcase. I don't know, but as it stands right now, you will be seeing a showcase on at least the Captain Sparkles and Sky Does Minecraft minifig scale customs, so yeah, working on those, and the Arsenal and Black Canary showcase went up, and then I also got the review on the farm that went up, this set, and I'm going to be doing the review on the first night here, once I can actually get the Avengers Age of Ultron sets analysis video done and up. And yeah, you might have noticed I put a piece of black poster board up there. It's just the dolls in the backgrounds of my vlogs. You can still kind of freaking see one right there, but it was starting to really get to me, so I'm probably gonna like go to Hobby Lobby or something and just get like a freaking piece of black fabric and just drape it over that, because it's starting to kind of bother me that all of this aunt stuff is in my vlogs. But yeah, so I did that. And I've been playing a ton of Assassin's Creed Unity, by the way. I think I've played so much that it's to the point where I actually finally beat the campaign for one, and now I'm like an advanced officer, I believe. So I've been playing a ton of co-op and heist missions, and doing a lot of chest runs, running around Paris, looting chests, but I guess you don't really care about that. What we do care about is this. because these sets look awesome. Now, I don't want to sound awful here when I say this, but why is Captain America's skin color still so dark? It's just, that's not, accurate. And this happened with the Captain America 2 years ago with the Avengers sets. His skin color was just like way darker than it actually, than Chris Evans' skin color actually is. So, I mean, it's just kind of a shame because that's a printing problem when you're trying to print that color onto a dark blue head. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem that LEGO Group has actually resolved this issue, because when they tried to fix it, they tried printing the same color on a normal blue head, and then we ended up with like an albino Captain America who just looked like a freaking vampire. So it just seems like LEGO's never going to win here with the Captain America skin color. But that's why I'm here, so I can fix these problems and make these minifigures way more accurate. So that's why I do these things with the upgraded minifigures like I did with the Guardians and the Avengers 2 years ago before them. So yeah, in terms of the actual sets though, I mean, we get a lot of really cool vehicles. Obviously, I only actually recognize the motorcycle and the Quinjet and the Avengers Tower, and I guess the Hydra tank, which we've seen in the trailer, and the Hulkbuster, of course. But I mean, for the most part, I don't really recognize the rest of the vehicles and the rest of the sets. We get Baron von Strucker, which I'm really excited about. I was not expecting a Baron von Strucker minifigure, so to see that they're actually going out of their way to include him. Maybe they're not going out of their way. Maybe he's a huge part in the movie and we just don't know it yet. But I didn't expect him to actually be in the film or the sets. And so seeing him with Loki's Scepter too, which is kind of cool. I guess maybe he'll use Loki's Scepter, but just to say, I'm not taking any of these sets as being actual scenarios in the movie. I doubt any of these sets actually go down exactly like this in the movie. Because you guys all remember, like, the Iron Man versus Mandarin Doom Muggy, whatever that Iron Man 3 set was last year, that never happened. Neither did the Aldrich Killian, like, boat pursuit crap. So I'm not exactly trusting that any of these scenarios are actually in the movie. But I mean, if they are, that's pretty awesome because they do look pretty exciting as scenes themselves. So, yeah, I'm probably forgetting something. I am doing the rest of the Minecraft sets still. Like I mentioned, I'm doing the first night as soon as I get the analysis on these sets out, and then I'll move on once again back to the Minecraft sets, and then it's going to go in this order. It's going to be the first night, and then it will be 2 videos on the crafting box. I'm not sure if they're going to be back-to-back, like if I'll post them one after the other, if I might have a video in between, but there will be 2 crafting box videos, and then the review on the mine, which I will be doing as the final Minecraft set review. So yeah, doing all of that stuff, and so yeah, I'm trying to think really quick of things that I might be forgetting. Games, I'm gonna be playing Grand Theft Auto 5 pretty soon. Gonna be trading in my 360 copy for a copy on the One. It's got some water damage on the back, so hopefully that doesn't make a difference, but still, Avengers Age of Ultron sets. This is already happening, and I don't know how, but it's exciting, and it's slightly giving me a little bit of an overwhelming feeling, because obviously I don't know when I'll be able to get these sets, and I might only have 2 months to work on these minifigures, maybe 1 month, I don't actually know, until these sets start showing up, and I can actually, go to the edge of the world trying to find them. So, all of these things that are going through a little Ross mind. I also want to talk about, like I mentioned earlier, the Arrow mid-season finale. That was super awesome in a good, decent way. It's just the ending was supposed to be a huge shocker, apparently, to people, and that no one was expecting them to do that. But I was just like, the show, what are they going to do? Just stop the show right there? When something like that happens, it's not exactly like the outcome is predictable. You know that they're not going to continue with that, and then that said person will come back, and things like that. That's even a mild spoiler right there, so I apologize for that. But all of you guys who have seen the mid-season finales, you all know exactly what I've been talking about. But these mid-season finales in general have been super freaking awesome, and having Ra's al Ghul see him for the first time, like in combat, that was awesome, and so many other things that made those mid-season finales awesome, and why I'm looking forward to them. So yeah, the 2014 video, by the way, I am working on, and so far it is turning out pretty freaking sweet. I'm about like 3 minutes into it, but it is so far pretty good. It's just, the pressure is kind of on me every year with the Christmas photos and, the New Year's photos to really take everything that I've done in this year and in the year and just sum it up into one photo and make that photo meaningful. And I'm probably too dramatic about it, but that's just kind of the way I think about it when I make the end of the year photos like this and the end of the year videos. So yeah, that stuff. I think that's it. Probably. I don't know. The DC sets have started to show up in Europe, and so have the Disney sets, so maybe that Frozen set is finally starting to show up. I don't actually know. But yeah, the Star Wars sets and the superhero sets have all, it's not including the Marvel sets, the Star Wars and DC superhero sets have all officially shown up in the Toys R Us system as being ordered by every store, so you're going to start seeing them showing up like they usually do, either just before Christmas or just after January 1st. Hopefully it's the first option, because the sooner the better, but maybe not, because as you guys know, I'm still, my family and I, freaking year later, still stuck in this really crappy situation where I have to really, it's hard to describe, but I can't, as you guys might have noticed throughout this year, I think I've probably missed out on reviewing at least half of the sets that I wanted to. So reviewing wise, it's been rough, and reviewing wise, it's probably still going to be rough, unfortunately, but I'm going to do my very best to review as many of these sets as I can, and really try to work my way around the finances problem, because it's not going to be easy in that regard, unfortunately, because it used to be a bit easier like last year, but not anymore. So that's why you guys have not been seeing the reviews as soon as I would have liked to get them up. For example, the Minecraft reviews, it's already been like a month since they've been out, and so the reviews are kind of late, but I still want to do my own, reviews on them, because I have my own customizer's opinion on them. When I say customizer's opinion on them, as I mentioned in those reviews, I spend all of my days working on minifigures and making them as accurate as I possibly can. So I guess it's kind of like you getting into the opinion on these sets from an accuracy buffs, in a way. So, other than that, though, guys, I think that is it for this vlog. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to discuss. There probably was that I'm probably forgetting, and that's why I usually write down notes, but this time I did not. However, we did get the names of the Star Wars The Force Awakens characters, or at least most of them, and they all sound pretty good. The name Finn is still I'm still trying to get that to grow on me, but I mean Poe Dameron, or Poe Dameron, however you say his name, I guess we have yet to find out how to correctly pronounce it. Rey and Kylo Ren, fine, they all sound okay. It's just Finn. That one's still growing on me. But I mean, for the most part, they're actually pretty good names, and I'm looking forward to it. It's just, the only problem is, every time I think of Poe now, the X-Wing pilot, played by Oscar Isaac, and we don't obviously know if he's just going to be an X-Wing pilot or if he's going to be a Jedi, but I'm going to keep thinking of the Teletubby Poe every time I hear that name. Hopefully not. Hopefully that, that burns out and dies off pretty soon, because I don't want to be thinking of Teletubbies every time I think of that character, because obviously that character is probably going to be pretty awesome. But yeah, now it's just, I do want to mention this as well. Every time I talk about Star Wars, it seems, every time I talk about Star Wars Episode 7, it's almost like I don't seem as excited as I should be, and it's also like almost like I make it seem as if I don't know a lot about Star Wars, which is so weird, because I have just devoted my life to Star Wars ever since 2005, and I am more than knowledgeable on Star Wars. I mean, I've spent weeks on Wikipedia at times, just reading different articles, diving into the expanded universe. I mean, it's just weird how I watch my vlogs and I'm like, I sound like I just got into Star Wars. I don't even know how I make myself seem like that. Hopefully you guys aren't picking up on that, but I am personally, and hopefully I wanted to do a separate Force Awakens video just because of that feeling that I got coming off of my most recent vlogs. I don't know if I'll actually go through with that, but if I do, I guess you know why I would have, because you will have stuck around to the end of this vlog. So other than that, though, guys, that is it for this incredibly long vlog, and thankfully I had the luxury of doing long vlogs now that I have my sister's phone with a beautiful 60 gigs of memory on it. So that's it for this video, though, and I will catch you guys later. Okay, bye!